Hi, I'm Mark Peterson. Over the last couple of years, I've been known as the Slam guy. It all started with the Upland Slam in North America, and then that led to the Waterfowl Slam of North America. Most recently, it was the Waterfowl Slam of South America, which took me to Argentina and Peru. And I'd have to say, these kind of are challenging in a different way than everything else that I film in the field, and it always leads to what am I going to do next. So when I started thinking about the next project, it was pretty obvious to me what that needed to be. The other ones had been challenging, but this one was even going to take it up a couple of notches on what I really wanted to do. When I go into these slams, there's a lot of planning that goes on the front side of it, of exactly where I have to travel to, the locations, what the conditions are in those locations, and so forth. Also, I like to plan ahead of time how it's going to be displayed and everything, right? Like all this work goes into it, and just how is it going to come out on the backside, both from a film production standpoint and then also from a display standpoint.
Here at the Wildlife Gallery, we're a real custom taxidermy studio that does trophy rooms, everything from a white-tailed deer shoulder mount to a life-size elephant. Mark hunts around the world and has blessed us with a lot of projects in his own trophy room. We've done everything from a waterfowl slam to a giant brown bear. So when Mark reached out to me about this next project, it just blew my mind. I'm beside myself excited about what we get to do next for Mark.
So far, my slams have taken me all over the world, but this one's different. This one's really going to hit home. I'm going to film it all in my home county of Oceana County. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm going to cover Oceana County from one side to the other. With all my slams so far, I've always tried to bring in the best equipment. Now, of the 3 slams I've done, I've had a shotgun, so this one's going to be a little bit different. I wanted the best quality air rifle that I could find, so it was obvious I had to grab a Stoker. Compact, lightweight, ergonomic for my hands as I get older. I mean, I need the ergonomic just to be there. This is one that also has a safe impact on the environment, and when I'm hunting animals like this, I mean, there has to be quick follow-up shots sometimes just because the shot distance is there, and the Stoker offers that.
Seeing a big one right over here on trail camera. So we're gonna ease right down here into the food plot and just walk the side. Well, he's been here various times. This may be a little early for him, but he's the biggest one I got on camera.
First day, I thought I had a game plan that was going to be golden. I'd had trail cameras set up. I got trail cam pics of, I mean, just absolute giants. And I started high up on the ridges, nothing there, covering, calling, you name it. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, man, I got to resort, get down into the swamps. Went there, same thing. Did some call sets and nothing. I had to regroup a little bit, and I'd always heard of this local legend per se of, man, he's got the prime areas, he grows big animals. If I'm looking for a trophy class, like this is the guy to go to. And after that first day, I had to make a call and arrange a meeting with him.
Yeah, we were sitting there working on Combine, and it was in, I think, October, and people were starting to talk about Mark being in the area looking to complete another slam, and with the ground we had, we were real confident that he was going to be knocking on our door. Maybe other landowners around here maybe will let you. We don't give permission.
I get it. I'm a
big believer in first impressions, And I think if I can sway him the first time we meet, he's gonna let me into some of his hidden gem areas. And I think I got just what I need to make that first impression happen.
Farmers. I think I got a little trick up my sleeve to make this happen here. This is why I always carry one of these cases around when you gotta get on a farmer's property and they say they don't want you to hunt. There's always a way to get on.
You know, we don't typically let people hunt ever, and he kind of persuaded me a little bit and talked me into letting him get on and get into some good hunting.
I knew this was going to be tricky, but definitely proving to be harder than I thought.
Spending a full day on some of the best managed property that I know of, not just in the state, but in our whole side of the country, and just coming up empty-handed. I mean, this property is specifically managed for trophy class animals, but it just goes to show you, like, hunting's tough. It doesn't matter what you're going after. So we're just gonna double down. We're gonna get after it on the scouting. I know Kevin's gonna go back out. He's gonna hang up a bunch of trail cams. I'm gonna double down. I'm gonna get a lot more trail cams going, and it's gonna come. We're gonna have to grind this thing out, but we're gonna make it happen.
Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on the way. Yeah. You know I be on the way. Man on a mission, I'ma get it. I'm on the way.
We just saw a monster, but he got away before we could get set up on him. I've seen him in here multiple times. Big food plot right behind here. People think this is for deer hunting. It's not for deer hunting. It's for trophy squirrels like this. Wait till you see this sucker. He is huge. We're just gonna get set up here. We got good wind coming right into our face. We're just gonna hunker down and wait it out. Just past the gas tanks. There he goes. He's going up in that tree. I'm gonna rush him. Oh, that was a hit too. Oh! Yes! Oh! Look at this. I thought this guy was going to be the hardest, and he's the first one. A giant black squirrel. Look at that. Oh, man. Just a huge male. I jumped a little right there. I won't lie. I jumped. Look at that. Just a huge male. That is awesome. I've hunted a long time and wanted to get one of these. That is sweet. Oh, man.
Man, does it feel good to have one on the belt, especially the black squirrel. I thought that was gonna be the toughest of all of them, and to get it right off the bat, I mean, whew, that's just good luck. We're off now to one of Kevin's hidden gems. I mean, this is the ridge, and he's taking some absolute toad squirrels off this thing. I mean, booners. And he's letting us on there. We're gonna get there. And man, we arrived, and it was right off the bat. 2 giant fox squirrels. I mean, what are the odds?
Bottom one. gorgeous fox squirrel. Look at this guy. That's a giant fox squirrel able to take a double out of the same tree. I've hunted a long time in Michigan and I've only taken a few like this. This is just, I mean, just gorgeous. Look at his fur. Got cold and they started to throw this winter coat. Got him. Got him. Got the red. Come on, baby. Come on. Yes! Woo! Got the red. That was gonna be the toughest right here, knowing it going into this thing. Yes. Just moves so quick in and out of the pines. Man, that's awesome.
And now it's down to the gray squirrel. And I've been to this spot in a lot of different slams, and it always seems like that last one always holds something special. It may not necessarily be the toughest, but it is special because it's the last one. It's all the work that's gone into it to get to this point. And that's exactly what it was going after this gray squirrel. In my opinion, probably one of the most elegant squirrels that there is.
Bigger than I imagined. All right, here we go.
There's so many people in the world, they want to run out in their backyard and run these squirrels off their feeder in Michigan, and your wife gets mad and you're putting all these things out there to keep the squirrels from eating all your bird seed. Well, Mark went out there and he took care of the job all by himself, single-handedly, and now he has the Michigan Squirrel Slam.
For Mark to complete that slam in just a few days, here in Michigan, I mean, that's just unheard of. I know he is a big slam guy, so I'm not surprised. Great job to him, and the hard work did pay off.
It's always one of those bittersweet feelings when a slam's over. There's so much energy and effort that goes into the planning and then the execution, the ups and downs of while you're filming it in the field. And to be able to be the first to film the Squirrel Slam of Michigan with an air rifle, I mean, that's special. There's a lot that goes into that. And I can't wait to see what the wildlife gallery does with everything. Like, that's one of the cool things when a slam's over, of giving it to the gallery and they bring it back to life, and I get to relive those memories every time I walk into my trophy room. Like, those are all special things that just keep bringing these slams back to me and what make them special.
A lunker of a gray. Wow. I've had this one on camera now for a couple of weeks. We've actually sat on him a few different days. Look at the head on him. Man, I can't wait to get that scored. That is a skull. It's gotta be a book skull. Gotta be.
I do have to look back and just think, I would never, let anybody else on to do it. I mean, he was the lucky one to get the quality squirrels that everyone wants and they're after, but just, I can't do it on my farm anymore.
Bonus species to the North American Squirrel Slam. That is awesome. I had these on the list originally and I took them off just because they're so rare around here. And man, just to cap off an amazing day. Coming through on the ground over here, just hopping. He did it right in this tree. Popped its head out, look at that, the old stoker.